everybody. Let's talk some sports. It's late Sunday night, actually. It's Monday. It's December 28th, 2020. There were games yesterday. There were football games. There were college basketball games. And there's a football game and college basketball games tomorrow, which is today, the 28th. So let's talk about everything that happened. And it's under 10 minutes. Let's do it under 10 minutes. We're going to go super, super fast because there's not a big schedule of games tomorrow, too. As for today, like Sunday, really, how'd it go today? 7-4 on Sunday on the spread. Rams, disappointment. Tennessee, big disappointment. Hey, the algorithm needs to learn that when you set a team into Lambeau against Rodgers, you are not going to win. Boy, Green Bay just in the snow, like can't stop it. Tennessee, bad. A lot of good. Jags against the Bears, which were fighting for playoffs, so that kind of was predictable. The Giants, yeah, nothing. Got no offense, zero against the Ravens. And yep, so you missed those, but a lot of winning in here. Bengals, nobody cared about that game though, and nobody cared about the Broncos, so those two cover. But Atlanta does cover as predicted. Steelers should have listened to the algorithm. They win. Indianapolis blows the lead. Dallas does away with Cleveland, and the Jets are the new not Super Bowl champion, but they're not the loser champion either. They're winning. They're trying to pass other teams. They're rolling. So anyway, not a bad week. You're not going to crush it though because big games lost. And as for point projections and stuff, the over did hit in this game at least. This was actually 37, wasn't it? Yeah, I think this was 37. I got to change that. Schedule Dallas. Where are you? Dallas, 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 Dallas. Somehow I missed that. Where are you, Dallas? Where are you, Philly and Dallas? There it is. This was 37. Now when we refresh that will work. Boom, there it is. So anyway, okay day. But how about Monday night? Is there anything to know? I don't know if the I feel like the Patriots love to cover on Monday nights, and here they're getting 7 points, and I don't know how hard Buffalo's gonna be trying because I think they already have it locked up or something. I don't know. So I don't know what's going on in this game, but it does say take the Patriots plus the points, and it's the algorithm. That's what it does. So we'll have a final week update later, I guess Friday or something. Let's talk about college basketball. How did this do on Sunday? The answer is that's a nice string of wins up there. Always like seeing that. Pick of the day, Drake won and they covered. Missouri State, we talked about them. They won plus 280 on top of covering 7.5. So that would have been interesting if you play that. I didn't play these games, seen these games, but that's nice to see. Cal Santa Barbara lost. That breaks the streak here. 6 and 4 days, okay, but the 2 out of the 3 win, and this is a plus 280. So the algorithm again picks it off, says they're going to win, and they do win. And we smoke Vegas again. Although down here, all these away teams that we had, all these losses, this is very predictable because home and away matters. And so when you see a low marginal percentage here and a bunch of away teams, I knew to stay away from in the video yesterday. You're looking at taking the home team at worse odds because the home teams usually win there. You can see where our losses happened. How were our home games? 4-0. 4-0 on the home games. Lines were unbettable on all of them, but it's still the case. And the away teams were 2-4. So that's home and away. It really does matter. Let's talk about Monday. Very, very light schedule, apparently. Here there are interesting picks though. I'm actually really surprised at the great lines. I hope they hold. We have a way of moving lines when I post these videos, unfortunately. But take a look at this. First of all, this is funny. Gonzaga versus Northern Arizona. I've seen Northern Arizona play, and Gonzaga is just like a professional basketball team. They're like the Golden State Clippers at this point. Um, Golden State, not Warriors, not the Clippers, whatever. They're a combination because they're all California, right? So they're minus a trillion, and they're minus 40 points, and it makes sense. Their margin's 101%. That's so funny. They're supposed to blow it out, right? We don't think they cover 40, but I mean, come on. At a certain point, who cares? Unbettable. I think if you bet, you owe the bookie money if they win. I've always said that about a line like that. But funny nonetheless. That's really just David versus Goliath there. Goliath, Gonzaga versus, the. Anyway, all right. So Colorado and Arizona. Here we got an away team that we like at plus 120. Of course, them being away is not helpful, but the games are there, the score is there. them plus 2.5 is a reasonable pick, right? It seems like it. So that's good. Then you got Wisconsin at Maryland. Wisconsin's at home. The algorithm does agree Wisconsin's going to win this game. Doesn't think it's going to cover the spread, but our point projections are still iffy now, so they might cover the spread. You can't bet Maryland in any fashion, even with 9, 10 points, because just Maryland blew a game to Gonzaga, I believe, the other day, got destroyed. You can't count on this on the road, so you can't really do anything here other than take the Wisconsin at minus 556. That's not bettable either. It's a tough game. I don't think there's anything to play. But on the flip side, Minnesota at home, underdog against Michigan State. We have Minnesota favored 9 and 8 games, tie in point projections. So yeah, Minnesota plus 2.5. You got Colorado plus 2.5. You got Minnesota plus 2.5. But Minnesota plus 2.5 is actually the pick of the day because in this situation, they are at home. Big difference. Big difference. So this is the pick of the day. I would argue that plus 124 to win is also part of that, but you can't say no to plus 2.5 because they might lose by a point or two and you still win on the pick of the day. So that's what the pick of the day is plus 2.5. Colorado State home line not good, marginal percentage there, but they're home tough. Really nothing to do there. So on this short schedule, I would say I don't know what you do in this Gonzaga game. I don't know what the over under is. I think you just do nothing. I think you do like Colorado and Minnesota, both plus 2.5, and maybe both on the money line too. But there isn't much. Um, so, but I definitely like this plus Minnesota plus 2.5. They just knocked off somebody, Minnesota. Right? The guy was rated threes, I think. So I think this is a very big possibility they upset, and that should be a good game to watch. And the algorithm agrees with all that, except calls it a tie. So you might have an overtime tie game. Maybe look at also the over in this game because of that possibility that they're so evenly matched, but Minnesota being at home maybe carries it through. And that is your sports update in 7 minutes. That was fun. That wasn't bad at all. I mean, not bad at all. So hopefully we can go 2-0 on those picks there. Definitely win that Minnesota game. And I think that's all. Do we need to talk? Is there anything else to do here? I feel like an under in this game. Maybe people are, I don't know. Football's tough this time of year. What was the whole, oh yeah, what did the whole week look like? 11-5, but we don't have Monday night yet. So it's 10-5. That actually looks good on its face. It didn't feel like it because the games were kind of tough to play. And I, of course, ignored the algorithm on Washington. You know, teams that I bet and lost with this week because I'm silly. I write this thing, it knows what it's doing, and I go against it. I lost with this. I didn't take the Rams, at least. Stay away from that. I lost with Indianapolis. I lost with Arizona. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I took all three of these teams, and all other three easily covered the spreads, right? That is bad, bad gambling, everybody. Listen to the algorithm, it knows what it's talking about. All right, good luck. May your picks be winning.